Hi, I'm John Green. You may already know me as a novelist or a world history teacher or a podcaster who talks about death a lot, but from here forward, you're going to know me as an extremely healthy human. Well, at least that's the goal. For the next 100 days, my best friend Chris and I are going to do our best to have a healthy midlife crisis. We're going to exercise and eat well and meditate, because that's what my friend Dr. Aaron Carroll told me is actually proven to work when it comes to improving your health.
30 minutes a day, what we would call moderate physical activity, 5 days a week. Everything above that, it's good, but there's really not a lot of good evidence that it's providing you much more. Try to pick a healthy way of eating that you can do for the long run, that you can do for greater than 6 months, that will change the way that you look at eating and change the way that you approach your eating in general sustainably, as opposed to a diet, which is going to be short term. Meditation will help certainly with mental health, but you can make an argument that mental health is related to whole body health, and I'm sure you're just as concerned about that as physical health. So give it a shot. I think people see tremendous benefit from it.
First, some quick background on Chris. He and his wife Marina run an interpreting and translation business here in Indianapolis. He also works a lot with charities, especially those serving refugees, and they've been best friends with my wife Sarah and me for more than 10 years now. We've raised our kids together, we vacation together, we're very tight. So 1 week before starting this complete but hopefully sustainable lifestyle transformation, Chris and I sat down with some of the experts that are going to help us through 100 days. Like, first we talked to GALLMEYer of Breaking Walls Counseling. She's a therapist who specializes in performance psychology, perhaps the only kind of therapist I haven't previously seen. Chris and I are going to check in with her along the way to make sure our brains are on board with everything we're doing to our bodies. And we went over a few topics, including our friendship.
Do you guys see one another ever being that person to kind of say, hey, John, like, I don't really feel like going today? Or do you guys tend to push each other?
I worry that we might tend to forgive each other. Like, more like partners in enabling poor choices.
Right. The thing that frightens me about this is, like, John and I are like hanging out, and maybe we have the kids, and the kids are watching a movie, and we're like, hey, what do you want to do for dinner? Should we make a salad and grill some tuna, or
right.
Do you want to order a pizza?
Yeah, exactly. So if Sarah,
should we get nachos with the pizza?
Yeah, do you want breadsticks? I think the exercise will be hard for me. The diet will be hard for Chris.
Wow, so you guys kind of have different
I don't
struggles,
see how
maybe.
You don't think the diet will be hard for you.
I didn't finish. I also think the diet will be hard for me. We also talked about our past experiences with diet and exercise.
We've both had successful eating patterns in the past. Yours have been more successful when you, like, cut everything out.
Very rigid diet.
Very rigid.
Yeah.
And mine was more successful when I realized, let's be very sensible here, here, and here, and here, and then here I can go and, like, have some beers.
Like a cheat day, or...
Yeah, or have some beers, eat a cheeseburger. John, for, like, being 39 years old, is probably in better shape now than you were when you were 18 years old.
Much better.
You've trained, you've kind of built up for this.
Well, that's been like 10 years.
Okay.
I started exercising to try to cope with my mental health problems, like as a treatment strategy, basically.
Well, it's a great treatment strategy.
Yeah. And we also discussed our goals. Erica emphasized the importance of micro goals.
You want it to be sustainable change, but at the same time, you've designated 100 days. I think that can be overwhelming sometimes. And so within that 100 days, you really probably need to set super small micro goals so that each day you feel like when you go to bed, I accomplished something today.
Okay. Next, we spoke to Kim Bradley, our dietitian. We'd already filled out some worksheets for her, and based on those, she gave us food plans. Chris and I really don't want to count calories during this 100 days, so she set up plans by food group.
You'll see it's going to tell you your goals for your fruits, your veggies, grains, protein, dairy. So your 5 food groups, and then I left a little section for your oils. Below that is going to give you the serving sizes.
All right, so we're going to have 2.5 cups of fruit, at least 3.5 cups of vegetables, 10 ounces of grains, 7 ounces of protein, or 8, because now we're doing 2 servings of dairy, and then we get 6 teaspoons of our sweet oils.
Whoa.
Then we had some questions and a few minor concerns. We had a number of questions, actually. Can I drink Diet Dr. Pepper?
Is cooked fruit like cobbler pie?
That's like less than 2 quarter-pounders per day.
Yeah.
It's a lot to change.
So what do you eat for dinner?
Really, 1.5 ounces of liquor has the same, like, health content as 12 ounces of a beer.
Does that mean total per week, or does that only count dinners?
What about a French fry?
Chris, I don't think you're treating this like a negotiation enough. That's a very small portion of wine.
Your brow is sweating.
I'm super nervous,
You
man.
look kind of mad at me right now.
I'm not mad at you. I'm more mad at myself
Yeah,
for
like-
agreeing to do this. This is on me. This is not Kim's fault. But despite our initial protests, we eventually decided that we could handle this plan for at least a few days and then reevaluate from there. Next, we met with Dr. Arnold Henry, who specializes in both sport and family medicine, which was perfect for me because I'm going to be trying sports and I am a member of a family. We were given many tests. They checked our heart rates, looked at our cholesterol levels, did EKGs, checked our reflexes, and all the usual stuff that you're supposed to do before starting a new exercise regimen.
I wish I hadn't worn my skinny jeans. My bad, sorry.
You're good.
We also learned that Chris and I both have some back issues to look out for.
Well, lower back is kind of the theme of today anyway.
Yeah.
I've noticed that.
Mine was diagnosed as SI joint dysfunction, so Dr. Henry gave me some exercises to strengthen my lower back muscles and my hamstrings.
You'll be doing the exercises at least 3 to 5 times a week, okay? The package shows how many times you'll be doing that a day.
Chris's back was less of a concern, but he was given some other things to focus on.
And then lastly is the triglyceride level, basically measuring how much grease is flowing through the blood. We want that level to be 150 or less, and yours is 184, okay? So that's a little bit high, still not high enough where we're majorly concerned about it, but just something to keep watch on.
What's the best ways to regulate that?
Big culprits with triglyceride levels are alcohol, cheeses, red meats, fatty foods.
I mean, okay. I know.
Okay.
I know where the main culprit is there.
And finally, we met with our trainer, Laura Miner. Every week, we're going to see her for an hour on Mondays and another hour on Thursdays, and her philosophy is all about functional fitness.
So you're not going to sit in a machine. You're going to be moving your body. You're going to be doing at least 2 things. Everything you do is not going to be an isolated motion. So a lot of circuit training, a lot of cardio and strength combined. Exercises that relate to real life. I tell people, like, when they get their groceries out of the car, they can kick the door closed, bouncing the groceries. Like, you know, that's real life exercise. Not sitting in a machine going like this. Right. That's not how you live.
Laura has a few metrics that she's going to test us on and hopefully will improve, like how close can we come to touching our toes? How many push-ups can we do in a minute? You know, stuff that I'm pretty bad at right now.
I'm going to aim to teach you a lot of empathy toward
Okay,
people who
thank
hate
you.
exercising.
This is a win-win then.
So now we're ready, I guess. We've struck a highly negotiated bargain with our dietitian. I've learned that my SI joint is not only a thing, but also dysfunctional. I've even downloaded a meditation app onto my phone because nothing says calm and centered quite like being near my phone. Now it's just a matter of, you know, like, changing my life forever. I know some of you are going to want to follow along with Chris and me, and we're really excited about that. We'll be posting daily recipes and exercise suggestions in the community tab, but always make sure to consult your doctor before starting any new diet or fitness regimen. All right, when I next see you, I'm going to be trying not to puke. Fair warning, I'm a bit of a puker. Thanks for watching. I'll see you on day 1. You know how you have that 50-pound bag of chocolate chips
I
that
make
Marina
chocolate
has?
chip pancakes with.
You make chocolate chip pancakes with it. I will eat like a pound of I will put like a big handful of chocolate chips and just like the Cookie Monster.